All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So a lot is going on right now. I'm seeing a nice little pop after hours, and normally I don't talk about after hours at all, right? But we are waiting for the earnings to happen. So we were talking about it on the Discord. Oof, nice. That is awesome. All right, again though, let's see a little more. Okay, so I still haven't seen some headlines on my phone just yet. So I want to see what earnings per share is. All right, that's definitely my big letters. But we're at a place where we've been before. All right, we were above all the moving averages. Nope, it was this one right here. Sorry, in January we were above all the moving averages. Earnings messed us up. It happens again in April. We were above all the moving averages. Earnings messed us up. Not quite the same here, right? We were under them all. We're living in the lines. And I mean, this literally was, and it was, I mean, the last thing we just said, where was it? Fly or die. Like literally, fly or die. That's all it was. What are we looking at? Sorry, I'm reading this. Hold on, though. What were the... So the net revenue beat estimate. That's huge. All right. So the loss per share was worse. The fourth quarter loss per share was 4 Canadian. The estimate was supposed to be a loss of 2. That's not good, right? Am I reading that correctly? Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna click that link and I'll be right back. Give me a second. We're gonna read this thing together real quick. Okay, so really, as I'm looking at this, I pause. I'm just going to stay at the charts because, I mean, the technicals just made the good move. We've been hunting this break of 201. What's going on with CGC right now? Interesting. CGC is not moving much on this. I would have expected... I guess you can... I'll take that back. I guess it did go up. Not significantly, but it's going up. I know CGC earnings is around the corner as well, but hey, this is a big moment for Tilray. It looks like, listen, I have seen it so many times where post-market pops and then for no reason at all we come back down in regular hours. All right, believe me, this is really good. This is really exciting. Man, RSI is super low. MACD is positive. This is the first good volume moment in a minute. And let's just look at this really quickly. All right, it was not a pretty volume day during the regular hours, right? Basically, most of that 21 million shares was a sell. All of a sudden, this post is making it a nice little pop-up. Let's take a look at the 15-minute post-market. No, man, we can't even use much there. Let's use the 1 minute. Okay, so the 1 minute's a little hot right now. You can see it actually got as high as a 90 RSI here. So it does make sense. We're going to need to cool down. Hopefully, we just never lose that 8 moving average. Hopefully, we come down, we kiss it, and we just keep going, right? 15 minutes actually still looking pretty good. That's only a 70 something. So even the next 15 minutes might do well. That actually makes me believe all we're going to do is maybe kiss this thing and keep going up, right? This is going to be an interesting next minute. Let's see if we can retake 204. If this breaks 204, we're going to keep going up. The last thing we want to do is see it go under that line right there. We're going to watch this together for a quick little minute and then see what happens. But I will say a couple things while this little minute is playing out, right? I need the regular hours one more time. I need the regular hours to hold and go. All right. I am really happy we're seeing this pop right now. Believe me, I am, right? You should be able to hear it in the tone of the voice, right? But man, I have personally lost too much money because I get my hand stuck in the cookie jar during post market. All right. So man, this thing is dancing between the 201 and the 8 moving average. I'm going to give it one more minute to see. It might take the next candle. While we're doing that, I want to see if I can see any Tilray headlines. Let's come into this thing real quick. So what does it say? Where's your earnings per share? Give me a minute. Did this happen yet or no? No, not yet. So far, we're still holding it. Let's see what happens. Give me your... Financial analysis is positive. Hey, that's cool. Where's your earnings per share? It's the problem with doing things live and unscripted, right? Sometimes you're going to see me fumble and this and that, right? Can I do Control F EPS? Earnings per. No. Okay, I can't really find it that well. I actually do apologize. I feel like I'm a little slow here. And the loss per share is 4 Canadian. It was supposed to be less. I don't know if there's like a positive or a negative missing there. Again, for me, you know this. I care way more about the technicals, right? So, goodness, we're opening it under. We might fall down just a little bit. Hopefully, we don't go any lower than 195, because you got to remember that this 20 moving average is going to start moving up as well over the minutes, right? We'll come back to that in a bit. One more time. I want to believe 201 has broken, because if we break 201, 270 is my next assumption, right? And really, we're talking about a 30% move there. You're actually more. You're adding 20, 20, 20, and then another 10 behind that, actually, right? So that's the line we want to break. Look, the bare minimum, and again, remember, regular hours, we still haven't gotten over it. We must break that 191. Really, I think that 201 is going to be the more important number, all right? The one thing I want to just show, just really quickly, all right, is SoFi, okay? I lost money here. I'm telling you, I lost money here. So it was right here. There was a pop on the earnings. It was this day right here. You can go back and check. 129. It looked like there was good earnings. There was a nice move after hours. There was actually a continue during the regular hours. And then all of a sudden it came back and went down. And like, there's obviously differences. These are not apple to apple stocks. My only reason for showing that is, believe me, after hours is a little bit hectic, all right? Make sure we finalize what happens with the earnings per share. I promise you, when I'm done with this video, I'm going to do my own homework, right? But earnings per share tends to be the 3 most important letters, EPS, right? I like this revenue beat. Believe me, that's a good revenue beat. And it's actually, what, a 2%? I'm not going to do some dumb math, but yeah, earnings per share, man. I can't keep stressing that enough. But again, I will say it like I say with every other one. I don't care if the earnings per share is bad, but we break 201. I care. I live and die by these lines all the time, right? And again, this is nice down here. I'm going to show the regular hours just so you remember. It was a 55 at the close, right? So even with this nice little post-market pop, even if we get a little bit more, man, it's only a 65 RSI. There's a lot of room for this thing to go up. And hey, looky, right? We are positive MACD, and I talked about the volume earlier, right? Sorry. Let's go to CGC one more time. I'm curious to see if CGC is moving. No, not too much. How about SNDL? Not as much as I imagined. I would say SNDL doesn't move too much after hours, so I think maybe that's a little bit, but SNDL tends to follow Tilray. I mentioned it this morning actually with Serve. Give me a sec, sorry. Look. Nope, one more time, right here. RR was following Serve. They're both robotics and this and that. Sometimes if this one moves well, the other one will too. I often find SNDL, Sandal, I love calling it Sandal, I say that with love. I find SNDL does follow Tilray, right? So good move so far. We want regular hours to confirm. Let's go back to the, post-market, that 1 minute. It looks like it's doing pretty well on it. Look, that's what riding the 8 moving average looks like. I say it on the daily, I say it on the weekly, I say it on the minute, I say it on the 2-year chart, right? Hold the 8 and good things happen. If you lose it, you're probably going to head down to the 20. You can see that this 20 is catching up as it takes, right? So I'm glad we didn't lose it there. Yeah, it would have sucked if we lost it there, but it would have been less of a pain. And hey, we are still trying to confirm and go. And I mentioned that 204 line being the important one for this thing to keep running up, right? So this is a good start to post market. I've probably said it 15 billion times. I'm going to say it 15 billion and one. Regular hours is gonna matter the most. Make me believe we've broken 191. Make me believe we've broken 201. And I'm telling you, 270 is hard to think otherwise, right? So let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. If you have better info on the earnings, if you're listening to the earnings, tell us what you think of it, all right? I appreciate you all so much.